Welcome back. In the previous part, we recruited Jay, so let's go have a word with them now, because we do have a lucrative opportunity apparently. The cold trader, who recently joined the rogue traders' retinue, is ready to conduct business, big and small. The Lord Captain can listen to Jay's intriguing business propositions, on the Captain's Bridge. Well, let's go do that, and we'll see if we can learn more about them as well.
Allow me to thank you again for helping me with the cargo, Shireen. I am sure the Ashmags who squirreled away my goods won't give up so easily, and I'll hear more about their scheming yet. Let's strike a deal, Shireen. I will watch your back if you do me a favor and watch mine. Well, enough jokes. Is there something you wanted?
You don't look like your typical smuggler.
No truer words have ever been said. I'm far more exciting than some small-time peddlers from Footfall. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Jai Amira Fatqin Tamiri Ash Ifrit, the 12th daughter of the Lord of Ifrit, a distant world at the fringes of the Imperium.
Jai, not Jay. Jai, okay.
The youngest child is destined to become a bargaining chip in the family's political games. But I was unwilling to accept such a fate, and wanted to choose what to become and which path to follow. When I learned the Exalted One watches over hundreds of other worlds amidst distant stars, I understood there was an entire world of opportunities beyond Ifrit. All I had to do was break the familial bonds tying me down and escape the planet. Which I did a long time ago.
Why did you choose to come to the Coronis Expanse?
The Coronis Expanse. A gorgeous name, isn't it? But this backwater wasn't my original destination when I escaped, Shireen. Oh no, it was the rumors of incredible freedom that brought me to the Coronis Expanse. Freedom that is generously bestowed upon everyone who can survive in these parts. All doors are open here. You can become a saint, a mogul, a kingmaker, or anyone you like, really. Here, hard work pays off, unless you're used to lying by the roadside and complaining instead of toiling for the good of your soul, glory, wallet, or whatever floats your boat. I'm used to working hard, and so I found my blessing.
How did you escape from Ifrit?
I convinced my father I personally wished to oversee the inspection of imported goods. I had to get experience so I wouldn't bring shame on our family, didn't I? I made friends with traders, missionaries, and soldiers at the port. I listened to their stories, studied the charts, learned what documents I had to forge to escape the planet. A kind word here, a shiny coin there. And here I am, in the iron belly of a ship, braving the void in search of a new life.
I mean, I haven't seen a close-up image of her, but we got this, but is there actually a way to get close picture? Oh, there we go. Oh! I was wondering if that was something that we could select, but it's like, oh, we can actually get like a full-on picture there. That's cool. Yeah, even then I don't see that many implants, but we'll go with the option. Judging by your implants, you had quite a few close shaves over the years.
Consider it a mark of my trade. This year, Xenos. Dumb-headed orcs. Who knew that we weren't the only ones to get tempted by the wreck of that raider? As for this treasure, I received it as a reward for a life that had been just a little too good. I was in a hurry to get to the Adeptus Amasacus after the Exalted One blessed me with immense wealth. I was 2 backstreets away from the den when a pathetic Ashmag attacked me, envious of somebody else's fortune.
So she drags her thumb across her throat. But thank you for sharing this. Oh!
All relationships are based on mutual trust. That goes for business too.
I've seen enough of the shiny wrapping of the Coronis Expanse. Tell me about its dark side.
The dark side is the real Coronis Expanse, if you ask me. But what do you want to know about it, Shireen?
Everything, really. How do they do things on Footfall?
Dynasty heirs drink with criminals. Rogue traders strike deals with the Kasbalika, and dozens of ships stop off for a welcome break from a long voyage. Is there a more beautiful place in the entire Imperium? The Emperor is merciful to the meek and the powerful alike. There's a job for everyone as long as they have a head on their shoulders. And if you feel like talking to him in person, the statue of the Exalted One can be seen from any asteroid. You can pray to your heart's content.
Oh, lovely. Tell me about the Kaspalicia mission.
An ancient crime cartel that originated with the first settlers of the Calixis sector. It is run by shadowy clans with robber barons at the helm. Cross their path, and you risk making enemies all over the Coronis Expanse, or even the entire Imperium. As for the agents, they are just shameless, greedy scum.
Oh, fair enough.
Every third person on Footfall is a Kasbalican. But that doesn't mean all that rotten filth is acting together. I've been set up more than once just so some Kasbalican can get one over on his rivals. And yet, the Kasbalika is generous to its customers, if you can afford it. Anything can be obtained, organized, and transported for the right price. The customer is always right, unless they happen to be a rat. In which case...
Fair enough. It's just reminded me of that really good episode in A Pale Moonlight for Deep Space Nine. Every man has his price, one of the rules of acquisition. Persuasion test. Are you one of the Kasbalicia's robber barons?
What gave you such an outrageous idea? Was it my immaculate garment? My gorgeous jewelry? Do not worry, Shireen. I will let you know once I become a baroness, should the Exalted One will it. Just imagine the strong and fruitful alliance that could be forged between a rogue trader and the mastermind of the Kasbalika.
How did you become an agent?
It's not hard to do on Footfall. I spent a year working for good old Christo. He was a brave soldier who gave up the ghost in a scuffle with orcs, and then took over his business. Having a good head on your shoulders and keeping the Exalted One in your heart helps to establish new contacts quickly. Eventually, I gathered together a group of honest and loyal people, and it only took a few successful contracts for the Kasbalika to take notice. I quickly settled on Footfall and started dispensing my wisdom to my protégés and subordinates. I lost the taste for getting my hands dirty.
Alright then, well tell me about the cold trade.
It really is simple, Shireen. The Kasbalika runs the Imperium's black market, offering special goods to those who can afford their services. Yes, I am talking about Xeno artifacts too. Alien weapons, technology, sometimes even certain kinds of living creatures.
Can we not expand upon that?
Unlike the rogue traders whose sacred warrants make them immune even from the laws of the Exalted One, Kasbalican agents are used to hiding and covering their tracks. Nobody wants to draw unwanted attention, no matter who might take an interest. Especially now that the Coronis Expanse has a warrior of the Golden Throne as its watchman.
Let's change the subject.
Why not? The decision is yours, Shireen.
You're telling me tales about your colourful past, was it, Jai? But I feel not all of these stories are true.
Listen, Shireen, the giver of happiness and the dearest of my friends. I am who I am. A cold trader, a Kasbalican agent, and your partner. We each have a past, and that past is sealed. I'm not prying into your soul, am I? Well, have pity on mine. It has already been gnawed at by the Aji. And if you don't like the sound of that, we'll just go our separate ways. Deal?
Whoa. Thank you for sharing this.
All relationships are based on mutual trust. That goes for business too.
Alright then, so tell me about your business in the Coronis Expanse.
My trade means knowing the right people and non-people. having the right connections, and making sure the precious goods find their way into the hands of my no less precious customers. My wisdom includes the knowledge of the enemies of humankind, be they Xenos or the lowest scum in the Imperium, as well as the latest knowledge about how much they charge for any particular curio at the footfall market. Not even the most cunning Aji will deceive you as long as I am with you, Shireen. I promise you that. Whatever I have can be yours too, if your unfathomable wealth isn't enough for you already, I mean.
Oh, yes. I mean, that is the obvious question, like, so do you do business with the enemies of humanity?
It has been known to happen. After years of dealing with Xenos, I've learned their customs, and even got a grasp of their language. Except they cringe whenever I start speaking. Arrogant sods. They dislike even our voices, but they never turn away our valuables. Then again, I'm used to seeing sour faces. In this trade, the easily offended go out of business.
I want to try and just, it's like, I'm leaning towards that, but I want to just try and be friendly. It's like, just try and strike a nice balance. Perhaps your knowledge will serve the Von Valancia's protectorate.
I have no doubt you will have to deal with Xenos sooner or later. When that time comes, Shireen, you will thank the Exalted One for sending me to stand at your side.
Right then, let's try and get this knowledge. Tell me about the Xenos of the Coronis Expanse.
Vicious, cruel, dangerous beasts. Humans hold little interest for Xenos. We are entertainment for them, a means to keep boredom at bay. A commodity. But some of them contact us once in a while using their own people. Do not deceive yourself by thinking you are safe because there are no Xenos in sight. Those Aji are as cunning as they are ruthless. They cleverly pull at the strings of spies and traitors, subjugate those who do not fall for the promised reward, transform the ones who resist their promises into soulless puppets. The Emperor watches over me, and that is why I still haven't succumbed to the fate of many of my associates who have lost their lives to the stringy scoundrels.
Stringy scoundrels. You have many talents.
Thank you, Sherry. Being able to read and write is chief among them. You may not be aware, but this science is beyond the abilities of billions of the Imperium subjects. And yet they happily keep drudging along in their factories, fundi, and assembly lines. Me? I didn't escape Ifrit to consign myself to such misery. It was literacy that paved my path to copied orders, forged signatures, counterfeited papers. The wonderful things that make the wheels of bureaucracy turn in the right direction.
So are you really as rich as you claim to be?
Compared to the rabble on footfall, perhaps. Compared to you. Be it power or money, I still have a long way to go. I could purchase one of Footfall's asteroids, but not a planet. I could subjugate a few gangs from the shady districts, but not Vladaya. And so the answer to your question is no. I do not consider myself rich. I am not rich enough.
Oh, but surely you could be sitting back reaping the fruits of your own labor. So why have you chosen to embrace the life aboard a void ship?
You're fun to talk. I grew tired of scribing endless contracts and agreements neatly tucked away on Footfall. Well, I did that for how many years? But here, among the stars, you are always balanced on a knife edge. Nothing thrills me more than the tension of a warp jump, or the danger that lurks around every corner on a planet. Footfall was beginning to make me fat and stupid, Shireen. I do not want that.
So you here for the thrill of it? Okay.
I am counting on life in your retinue being more exciting than sitting behind a desk in my office.
Fair enough. What about your gang that stayed back on Footfall? Do you trust them?
Do I trust the Trickster twins? By the Exalted One, no. The underhanded rogues of Footfall came up with that name for a reason. The tricks of those frenzied ashmags are all about things far more intriguing than the honest and law-abiding subjects of the Imperium can imagine. On the other hand, this is why I am keeping them close. Kor and Tora know who lifted them out of the cesspit proudly called the Shadow Quarters, and who has been feeding that ravenous beast their insatiable lust for lucre. No, they are not going to betray me if only because they know I am now a part of your entourage, Shireen. They're not going to let the biggest pie in the Imperium pass them by without trying to get a slice for themselves.
Well, I'm glad I could help. Let's talk about something else.
I think we've said all there is to say on this topic.
Did you know Theodora von Valansis, my predecessor?
It is difficult not to be aware of the powers that be, especially ones like Lord Captain Theodora. But we never met personally, as the difference between our positions was far too great. Theodora was a mighty ruler, the center of her own universe, and I, a pathetic speck, was nothing next to her. But you were kind to me, Shireen, and in my eyes, that puts you above your esteemed aunt, or whoever she was to you.
Fair enough. Yes. You must forgive my prying, but has the esteemed princess's heart been claimed by some lucky fellow? Bit forward there, Seth, but we'll go with it, see what she says.
Or lucky lady, you mean? My heart has been coveted by proud men with hard eyes, gentle maidens with sensual voices, imperious lords and fierce leaders of void brigands. Only rogue traders have not yet featured among Jai Hidari's intimate friends. Why do you ask, Shireen?
The little smile I can imagine, like, oh? It's just that perhaps I shall grant you the high honor of serving as my nightly delight. Like, really? We'll go with just curious. Yeah, just curious. I like to know every last detail about the members of my entourage.
Oh, Shireen. Then what reason do I have to tell you the truth? Every mystery once solved ceases to excite the interest of an inquiring mind.
Why are you dodging the question?
You are prying at the treasures of my soul, my little secrets. How else can I keep them safe from such a powerful robber as the rogue trader? I dare not refuse you.
I enjoy being with you. I would like to spend more time together.
Oh, Shireen. With a few words, you have managed to make my heart flutter like a songbird caught in the snare of a skilled hunter. You enjoy being with me. Perhaps you even find me amusing? Every girl dreams of hearing that she will make a fine toy and a worthy diversion.
Oh my. It doesn't matter really, forget it.
How strange. But I dare not disobey, Shireen. If you command me to forget, the winds of oblivion will carry the memories you scorn from my mind.
You keep using words I don't understand, like calling me Shireen.
The language on Ifrit, my home world, is quite different from the one spoken in the Keronis Expanse. We bestow more than one meaning upon each word, allowing our wise men to fully express their sagacious thoughts, and us lowly dabblers, our base passions and desires.
Oh, all right, continue.
Take Aji, for example. That is what I call every piece of scum and villain, because Aji means evil and foe and pathetic worm unworthy of consideration. Or take Ashmak. It means fool and little brother and blind man who stumbled and would fall into a pit without guidance. Shireen means friend and comrade and roommate in a battle formation, like we are.
So, chump. It's like, alright, chump. Right, was there some business you wished to discuss?
Oh, Shireen, I did manage to spark your interest. Allow me to invite you to a more private place. My words are meant for your ears alone.
Very well. To our office. Or our quarters. Shireen, the Exalted One himself, brought us together the day you crossed Vladim's threshold. He led us to the cargo and gave his blessing for its return. Do you know what people on my world say when such a thing happens? What's gained is to be shared with your neighbor. I am sharing what I have gained with you. What's this? Please accept these humble gifts in honor of our widely successful, though suddenly struck, friendship. A truly wonderful gift. Can I see it? Very well. A truly wonderful gift. Yeah, it's like, because it is Xeno, it's like, Yeah. We're not here to exchange pleasantries. What is it you wanted to discuss? Straight down to business. Not even any prelude. Oh, Shireen, if there were more dealers like you on Footfall instead of people who just like to hear themselves speak, I'd get twice as much done. So, the matter I wanted to discuss with you is related to my business. You know that I sell Xeno artifacts to interested Imperial subjects, and Imperial trinkets to Xenos. Business is going well. My network runs even without my participation. But when it comes to expansion, well, that is where I hit a wall. Rivals envious of my success. Falco especially. I am certain the theft of the cargo was his doing. But I can never predict what that Ashmagil will do next. And while the Imperium's authority may be fragmented in the expanse, it could crack down on people of my profession at any moment. I don't like that it's the go on. It's like, no, go on. If the rogue trader put in a good word for me with the servants of the Adeptus Administratum, I could become an official trade representative of the Imperium. Just imagine it. A little scrap of paper will offer me and my agents protection against Ashmag's schemes, far better than any refractor field. And even the Inquisition will have to think twice before they mess with me, because I'll be a representative of the law in my own right. I don't know about this. Ooh. And the best part of it all is that this will cost you precisely nothing, Shireen. All you have to do is stop by the Administratum's palace and obtain a certification from the Master of Seals. My informants tell me that the palace is located on Dorgonus, your capital world. You see how everything is aligned so wonderfully? And of course, I will repay you in kind. How do I benefit from gaining your official status? Besides being in receipt of my eternal gratitude, Shireen? Would it be beneficial to have someone in your retinue with the height of authority behind them, rather than just another pawn? One slip of paper and I'll be able to extend my network to systems far beyond Footfall. My agents will be your eyes and ears throughout the expanse. I shall take it into consideration. Perhaps your thoughts will move in the right direction with a little encouragement from me, Shireen. You must have some faction in mind that you would like to establish relations with. The severe Drusians, the hot-headed pirates of the Casbelicia? I'm not sure. You merely need to use the right words, like a key for a lock, and people will open their hearts to you. Or their wallets. I will arrange everything, you merely have to ask. The Adeptus Mechanicus, they are the partners I need now. Not a problem. Ooh, not a problem, Shireen. I will have my people put in a good word for you in the right circles. And if you change your mind about my proposal, you can always find me nearby on the bridge. Just say the word and I'll come, Shireen. Ooh. It's an interesting proposal. Let's see here. Where are we looking? Let's head on up over here. I think we will see about that actually. See where it takes us. Where are we going? Is she not over here? Where was she again? Try to remember where exactly she was. It's down here, wasn't it? In this corner? Yeah, there you go.
May the Exalted One protect you. Have you grown bored without our little talk, Shireen?
Yes. I will help you acquire a merchant certificate.
Oh, Shireen, thank you for such generosity. I will humbly wait until you steer your vessel towards Dargonus. The Mercatum Tabula Officiale. It sounds almost as majestic as the warrant of trade.
Doesn't it just? Just wondering like where that's gonna go. I've gotta be careful. There's xenotech and all that type of stuff. I'll see you later!
Oh, I have no doubt you will.
Okay. Okay, so let's see, because we're still around Footfall, and it's like I want to stick around Footfall. Actually, if we just go to Footfall. Yep, go over here. Cabela! I'm basing like the entire team around Cabela here. Because like, yeah, we still got something there. Logistica Theta. Yeah, we'll start using her in the group and see how that plays out. Wow. Where exactly do I have to go here for that, though? That's my question. Like, isn't it the little guy floating around behind me? I think it is, isn't it? Like, because... no, I don't want to go to the Void Ship Bridge. I just want to see the map thing again. Oh, because I was hoping it was going to tell me here. So... there we are. Errands. Servo Skull at the Footfall docks delivered a strange invitation to the Lord Captain, inviting him to a meeting about something called Contact Logistica Theta. Servo Skull's master, who goes by the name Opticon 22, is waiting at Dock Alpha Row. Opticon 22. We'll give it Opticon 22. There we go. Is that you? Oh no, that's gonna be you, isn't it? The tall, hunched tech priest stares at you unblinkingly. A breathing mask conceals his gaunt features. The skin on his hands is of a sickly grey hue, while his augments show signs of combat damage and are plated in black chromium, giving him a general air of lugubriousness. Look at that, damn. Okay. Initiating identification procedure. This unit is defined as Logis Opticon 22 and is a fully authorized representative structural part of the Cognizance Fleet and the priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Access has been granted to the following options. Information exchange, strengthening of diplomatic links, trade deals, donations. Initiating official greeting procedure for House von Valensis. Requesting information exchange regarding contractual obligation, Logistica Theta. I want to make a trade deal. Yeah, see what we've got going on here. So, reputation. We get where was it? Where would Adeptus Mechanicus be in all this? Like this is Adeptus Mechanicus, right? That's what I'm thinking. Select tradable trade. Ooh. It's gonna get us a lot, isn't it? Like down here, like yeah, we're up to 5. Like like just did the rep I get like apply to this? I'm not sure. Obviously, we need the factor as well. Okay. I mean, that looks like it's worth getting straight off. And again. Target designator? Is that a one-time use or an in battle type thing? Move the received items. I'm trying to read. Where it gains +3 bonus to tick. Yeah. And a stim. We'll have that. And a medikit. Right. Yeah. Any problem? We ain't got the rep high enough for anything else here. So is there nothing else we can do here? No, they don't want anything else. 100% on that one. Okay, anyway. Oh, I wasn't done. I received an invitation to a meeting. Confirmed. Under the contractual obligation in question, 34 point... yeah. Terran cycles ago, the Exploration Cognizance Fleet received from the Von Valances Dynasty a volume of high-grade Promethium equal to the fuel capacity of 6 Talion Void tankers. Did you? Received it and then didn't pay, compensate, remunerate. Settle account. Should I go on, or is that enough synonyms? The stipulated payment. The fleet can be made to Von Valances assets at the current time, after which contractual obligation will be achieved. Confirm status regarding acceptance of payment. Ooh, thinking rep. No payment is needed. Consider the Promethium my gift and a sign of my hope for collaboration in the future. Yes! Get that rep! Anyway, the request is accepted. The contractual obligation, Logistica Theta, is concluded. The Cognizance Fleet thanks House Von Valances for its cooperation. The status of the unit's request will be increased. I seek the friendship of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The priesthood of Adeptus Mechanicus is interested with rogue traders. Under the terms of the Treaty of Mars, it is willing to provide services to the Von Valances dynasty. Priority of service tasks can be raised if diplomatic links are strengthened. The Cognizance Fleet will accept stuff, yeah. Yeah, it's the trading, isn't it? Oh, it most certainly is a steamed one. Venom that is seeping from Jai's honeyed voice can probably kill a large grox. Explorator. Ooh. Pay for information on planets. Study 10 planets. Okay. I mean, that's good, isn't it? So, the Explorative Fleet will also accept information about planets in the Cronus Expanse that have not previously been recorded in the Planetary Register. Why do you want the information? To study, basically. It's like I've not collected enough data information. I want to see about trade deal now, because our rep went up, so it's like, yeah, what else can we get here now? Because it's like, this clearly changed stuff, so we'll have these, thank you. Because we're up to 10 now. Power Axe could be very good for someone. Could be very, very, very lucrative. Okay. Nothing new that we can trade, because it just isn't. Okay, so that's done for now, and now we're on the hunt for the knowledge, and we got 3 of 10. Okay. Because I'm thinking we'll use that as a place to end this part, because as far as I know, we're done with Footfall, right? Let's go back to the ship and see where we want to head next, though. Because that's what we've been doing. We've been getting through Footfall at this point. I want a big battle where I can use all these vanguards and bring about those attacks of opportunity, all 3 of them, and see what happens. Because, like, that can be very powerful with Cabela around. Although, wouldn't it make the other ones attack as well? Ooh. Like, the prospects there, like, that could be very good. Right, anyway, let's see where we want to go. Let's see. Did I press the right place? Like, I feel like I did. Yeah. So, Drusus's Blessing. I feel like that should be our next port of call. Out of everything here. Like, yeah. Yeah. What does this stuff say? Just go check these places out. Okay, well, we'll just keep an eye on some of this stuff. Claim what was lost. Just deciding where to go. Well, let's actually just go have a look at that now. See if there's anything more said on these places. Greetings, what can I do for you? Because it's like, yeah, it's like, I was just trying to remember, like, isn't this just like this, just a trading location? Hide untradeable. No, we got nothing there. Grab that, though. There's not much else we can grab there. Now we're good there. Okay. Let's see if we've got anything else going on there. Well, Captain, the station's airlocks have been sealed from the inside. A Vox recording stating that the priesthood of the altar, blah blah blah. Sanctuary have no desire to communicate with the layer, the same as previous. Do we got anything else going on with the dead world? It's like it's just nothing. It's just nothing. Can't launch probes. So, if anything, we want to go further out then. If we're done here, question is where. Because that's the question. Can I think? Chart new routes? No, not yet. So we got some quest over there. Supply footfall with provisions from the Agri-World Janus. Restore shipments from Janus. We've got a question mark there. Brynheimrix. This is what I wanted. Just a list of where stuff was in this. Is that just the only locations we got right now? What's this button? Focus camera on the Unforgiven ship. So we could head to. We'll go up slowly. So let's actually head here. Oh. Ooh, okay. I thought it was just straight up choose that location. Uncharted system. Special routes. Standard scanning could not reveal a route to the selected system, but you can still get there by spending spending points on Navigator's Insight. Plot a guaranteed direct path. Click left mouse button on the system and use Navigator's Insight to chart the course. Got it? I mean, that one's like a dark, horrible red. Go with the 2. Warp travel. Well, Captain, the ship's senior officers request an audience with you. They are humbly awaiting you on the bridge. Why? I'm busy! Going exploring space! So much out there to see and do. Come on. Right, yes, hello. I'm not in my seat. Lord Captain, just floating. Lord Captain, if I may request your attention a moment. Let's have a look at this guy. Oh. I must report a series of highly dangerous violations that have taken place in the fuel compartment. The Master-at-Arms is ignoring my demands, and I thus forced to appeal directly to you. The fuelers have founded a sect of some kind. The group practices fire worship on the Emperor, of the Emperor, and has been burning Promethium near the fuel lines. I beg you to stop this madness before we all go up in flames. Oh. I should point out that there have been no incidents in the fuel compartment so far. The beliefs of this sect do not affect the obedience of the workers or their efficiency in any way. All assemblies are conducted strictly after hours with the permission of the superiors. However, if you find their practices unacceptable, we'll put a stop to them immediately. Does the Exalsarchy recognize this cult, or is it considered heretical? The matter is beyond my purview. Let Confessor Adalbert be the judge of such business. We don't get an image for you, do we? Even though you're, like, right there. The Emperor protects your lordship. I can assure you that there is no heresy festering in the fuel compartment. The sect of the Fire Prophecies has been tested for purity and found to be in accordance with the Creed. Their leader, who calls himself the Oracle of Fire, is devout and submissive to his servants. They do not twist the sacred teachings, and as for their chosen forms of worship, these are neither rare nor remarkable. Many such minor cults exist in the Imperium with the full approval of the Exalsarchy. I'm going with like the exaltation. Exalsarchy. Yeah. Does this Oracle of Fire really make prophecies? At least he and his flock believe that the Emperor reveals glimpses of the possible future to him in his sacred flame. Occasionally his visions do come true, or so his followers convince themselves. We do not know whether their grace of the God Emperor truly lies upon him, or if he is merely a charlatan, or perhaps a blissful lunatic, or at least, oh, I did press continue. There we go. A wicked rogue. Oh my, look at you. Yeah. A wicked rogue who possesses psychic power, not tempered by his will. Lord Captain, as choir master of the Astropathic Choir, I must be watchful of any threats to the ship's safety originating from the Immaterium. I have heard rumors about this oracle, and so I have sent my adepts to see him. They assert that the man is a psyker. This man who speaks to the warp is a danger to himself and to the entire vessel. Both law and common sense dictate that he should be thrown into a holding cell, tranquilized, and handed over to the Inquisitor to be sent to Holy Terror. Alternatively, you may also dispose of him in some other way. Choir Master Weiss, you and I have not yet had the pleasure of conversing. I beg your forgiveness, but I seldom leave the chapel to interfere in the affairs of the ship. My duty requires that I keep constant vigil as I direct the arrival and departure of messages across the boundless void. But given that this incident had already demanded my attention, my interference, I thought it a good opportunity to introduce myself and pay my respects to you. I know just how to deal with this cult. We stand ready to carry out your order. Yeah, I'm leaning towards 2. The Oracle's visions may prove useful to us. We will not let the law stand in our way. Do keep an eye on him, Weiss. This is a dangerous decision, but I will obey the Lord Captain. I will do my utmost to ensure that the cursed soul does not cause a manifestation of the warp. Emperor, save us. Anyway, I was on my way somewhere, like, you know. I was kind of busy, guys. Couldn't have waited. I was busy. Dum, 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 dum. I was heading out. Oh, Lord Captain Ravor on the line. The astropaths are going crazy in their little chamber. They report severe water disturbances along our intended route. Looks like the moor is completely impassable. I've seen this before. Yes, and if you ask me, going in there is not a good idea for us or any void ship. So you're saying that not only will I break through the moor to the Imperium, but I will cover myself in glory as the conqueror of the raging warp. Forward! I'll see to it, Lord Captain. The Emperor protects. By the grace of the Emperor, I have been charged with chronicling the voyage that my blessed commander, Lord Captain Seth, intends to undertake. through the turbid tract of the warp known as the Maw. The thought of what lies ahead fills our souls with terror, but we all have faith in the light of the Emperor. May his protection be with us now. Continue. After offering up the requisite prayers, the crew received a Vox address from the Blessed Lord Captain in which our commander gave the order to initiate jump to the Hermitage. Oh my. We made it to the Hermitage, an outcome made possible solely by the Emperor's mercy. The ship has been chewed up by the ravenous Immaterium, and madness has taken root across our decks and stalks among us, staring us in the eyes. The vessel is in orbit around the station, thronged by thousands of silent satellites, the jettisoned bodies of the dead. Oh dear. I spent the entire jump in murky depths of the astropathic choir bay, where acolytes of the ship's surgeon walked back and forth in silence. After singing the healing liturgy from the beginning to an end, they marched among the psychers, who had been medicated into unconsciousness. Any psycho who awoke, often with howls of horror, was quickly pacified with a sharp jab from an electrified baton. Jeez, but my attention was wholly captured by Idira Tlas. Gripping the shoulders of each astropath in turn, and staring into their eyes, she compelled the raving psychers to collapse with a visceral cry curling up on the deck, with all thought of resistance gone from their mind. How many did she save? How many would have perished without her? Every moment now I hear a voice, full of vehement ire. 'Tis the voice, the angel of the Emperor. It is so ferocious. My very blood fears it, fleeing my body through my ears, eyes, and nose. The angel bade me compile a picked chronicle of the horrors recorded by the servo scores in the ship's bays. May whoever find it know the torments we suffered before death. Continue. And the message came through the Voxnet. I struggled to hear it over the whispering of the angel in my ears. My honorable lord gave the order to make the warp jump to Witch-Cursed World. Okay, we are at the Witch-Cursed World, the place where we are doomed to perish. That is what the Emperor's angel told me. His voice almost impossible to bear. It bade me record every drop of sorrow. My chronicle will spread his word through the warp, and sow terror in all who come to know our dire voyage. Yelp. So speaks the angel, and my own thoughts are so muddled that all I can do now is submit and bear witness. As soon as the ship exited the warp, thousands of crew members assembled into the teams, launched into the repairing the major areas of damage. The will of the fearless Lord Captain drove them, and in that moment I deeply envied their resolve. The Lord Captain's honorable companion Heinrich von Kallax personally led the ship's hands to the most seriously damaged decks. First he admonished the cowardly crew members who refused to do their duty, and then he banished the fear from their hearts with a single shot. Verily, the man's mercy is great indeed. I left the astropathic choir bay and spent this jump in the navigator's sanctum. Though the number of casualties was high there, many managed to survive, including me. Furthermore, when the malevolent tentacles of the warp reached into our souls and a bloody inscription in an unholy language began to appear on the bulkhead, the Emperor granted me the blessings of bearing witness to a miracle. Sister Argenta, entirely undaunted, marched up to the bulkhead and raised the words of a fearless swipe of her hand. She turned to us with a smile and said, "It is only blood. Do not fear the Immaterium, for its nightmares are nothing before the Emperor's light." In that moment, I had faith that all was not yet lost. Today, I believe I was mistaken. The losses and damage are enormous. They say there was a mutiny. The Master Helmsman reports one. That the odds of surviving of a jump forward are 0. The odds of success, it's like, oh, we should kind of drop out now. The odds of a successful jump backward are almost 0, but the second 0 is slightly less definitive. Internal systems are failing. Cogitators are experiencing periodic failure. Stop it, I'm afraid. Just failure. Okay, situation report. It is that sort of thing of like maybe incident report. It's like, how do we drop out? Is that a way to drop out? That's the archive. Okay. Okay. Quote from the ship's confessor. Rousing speech from the Lord Captain, which was broadcast over the Vox system, inspired the crew, promptly broke into teams to repair primary system. Volunteers departed, later lauded in prayer. Like, how do I get out of this? 'Cause it's like, I want out. That's the bit I'm not understanding here. It's like, 'cause I don't want to jump back. Like, so it's like, back? But I wanted to go there. I'm confused. I am most confused there. Like, was that meant to be like a really, really far away or something? Try going there. Assuming I wasn't meant to head there at all. As I am now fated to be your shadow, Dominic Seth, we must perform a ritual that will seal our bond, for it pleases the Undying One. Let us speak on the bridge, and it will take us to the place appropriate for the ritual. What's the ritual? Come and you will see. I do not wish to speak of the mysteries of the blood-spun web over the Vox. This knowledge is not meant for the ears, the uninitiated. I'll be there. Thank you, Dom. Wish to inform you that sacred rituals addressed to the spirit of the ship have been performed. Tech liturgy and rite of the machine blessing ended with a data meditation in order to comprehend the nature of the miracles sent down by the Omnisire. Acquisition of sacred knowledge has not been recorded. How the spirit of the voice ship was able to call upon the power of the machine god and activate the warp drive remains unknown. Yet during my meditative ritual, the Omnisire gave me an equal valuable revelation. The sacred spirit that lives in the bowels of the ship's mechanisms differ from other analogous forms. The spirit holds a unique power that cannot be called anything less than the blessing of the machine god. Thank you? The Omnisire knows all, comprehends all. Okay, so yeah, I feel like just the fact that it's to the Imperium, it's like that's heading out into like through the rift, isn't it, or something? That's the feeling I'm getting there. Like, that's not where we're meant to be going. Soto's tomb. That's my feeling on that, anyway. Pirates? I was gonna say, is like, can I go around that, or do like flying by it? Is that okay? Is that nope? Yeah, maybe we'll look at like heading towards the Imperium in future and see what that's about. Like, keep going. Because it felt like go back, go back, go back. Okay. Cobra class destroyers. Gotta remember how to do this battle system. It looks like some kind of Stargate around this lot here. But yeah, but where am I? Okay. So we need to pull alongside you. I mean, it isn't a good idea because right now it's like I've got a lot of health missing. Oh, it's that way. It's the kind of thing we want. That's in front of us. And there's no one there. Good there. Restart the shields. Alright, okay. No one in front of me. That's not going to hit anyone. Torpedoes don't have a go yet. Now you may be able to get closer to us though. Okay, shield's a bit damaged, that's fine. Okay, torpedoes. Away! Kablooey! Just out of range. I'm gonna need torpedoes. I need to reload for 1 round. Still out of range. Okay. Wait, what do you mean 2? Ooh, you're coming in front of me, are you? Okay. Shields again. Miss. Let's launch some more torpedoes then. Boom! Let's chase after that one then. Like, what's this one? Like, what are you counting down to? You gonna explode? I don't like the sound of this. You're really far away. Quite far out. There's nothing I can do really to do anything there. You're not counting anymore. Battle is over. I assume it escaped. Got some scrap from that. That's okay. Yeah, if anybody knows about that To the Imperium thing, is that just a thing like I don't even know what to describe it as. Ooh, not explored. Ooh, planet exploring and mining. Planets in the Cronus Expanse are teeming with valuable resources. Before the resources can be harvested, however, an extracitum needs to be set up on the world's surface. Scan the planet and select the icon of the resource you're interested in to deploy an extracitum? Extractium? Please click accept to confirm your choice. You can see how many extractums you have. Resources are required to develop colonies and complete contracts. You also need them to trade with various factions. New contracts are now available in the journal. Increases my profit factor. Okay. Fulfilling contracts costs a certain amount of resources or share of your profit factor. Ooh. Contract's description contains both the costs associated with it and the reward you will receive. You can fulfill a contract by selecting it in the journal. Okay. Like, I have none. Where do I get them? Imperium cartographers and chronicles know this place well. Long ago, the planet was a prosperous outpost capable of eclipsing even footfall. It used to be a Cyclopean tomb station on its orbit. Found a resting place of Cornelius Soto even. One of the discoverers of the Cronus Expanse, the tomb gave its name to the entire system. However, about 400 years ago, an unknown cosmic body rammed into the station, causing it to collapse onto the planet. Not only did the catastrophe kill the settlers, it also made the world uninhabitable for centuries. The crater formed by the station's impact can still be observed from orbit. Soto's tomb became a sepulchre for the entire planet. This sordid place has neither life nor loot, but knowing the nasty tricks that life can pull, it is a treasure in its own right. Already explored. It's like, yeah, I need that, but where do I get that from? That's the question. Space dust. Fuel. More fuel. Okay. So we need to find a way to... Let's get that hull repaired. Let's see about what's out there. But yeah, that To the Imperium one's just confusing me compared to the others now. It's like, if each one had like a little journey, I'd be like, oh, okay, right. like a little book sort of thing. I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. But I'm assuming we can't do that. So we still need to get stuff from there. Not sure. But yeah, we'll end this part here then. In the next part, we'll see about heading to some of these other systems around the place. Coming off from Feribundus. Like, that one's not got anything. It's like, Scan is required. Like, can't get there though, can we? Can't get there. Alright, well, next part we'll head over to Aviorus? Yeah. We'll see you in the next part anyway. Ta-da for now.